Hello, everyone, and welcome to the webinar. I'm excited to be talking to you guys today, and we've got some great things to cover. We're going to be talking about finding last-minute products, locally sourced products that can generate over $500 a day that you can quickly sell on Prime Day. And this is an exciting time, guys, because Amazon just announced Prime Day this week. They announced the big date. And so here we are. It's the end of June. About middle of July is going to be Prime Day. And Prime Day is an exciting day because that is the biggest sales day on Amazon. And you guys can make money off of Amazon with this Prime Day coming up. If you apply these techniques, I'm going to teach you guys. This webinar is Prime Day Last Chance Gold Mine. I'm going to teach you how you can source hot products locally that you can get tomorrow without even using your own money. Plus, I'm going to reveal to you 5 secrets to make you successful without having to have any experience or technical skills needed. This training that we're doing today is provided by AMZScout and myself, Ace Goldwyn. And before we go further, just got to give you the little legal disclaimer. I find this picture funny. Stop! Before we go further, the disclaimer, right? Sometimes you guys probably feel like that. Oh, disclaimer. I just want to let you guys know that I'm not an attorney. I'm not an accountant. So this is not any legal advice or financial advice or investment advice or anything like that. You know, basically, I'm going to be teaching you how to get things going, but just want to make sure you guys understand that results is going to vary from person to person. Really, the more effort and time you put into your business, the better results you're going to be. But I can't make any specific guarantees for one person individually. And there's going to be a lot of examples we're going to be sharing for illustration purposes. But here's the 5 secrets I'm going to reveal to you. Secret number 1, finding how to find products doing over $500 a day in less than 30 minutes. And again, you don't need to have any experience or technical skills to do this. Secret number 2, sourcing, how to find the secret local suppliers with products that can be launched in just one day. Guys, it doesn't take weeks or months to launch a product. It's possible to do it in one day, and I'll show you guys how. Then secret number 3, no competition. The secret to selling products with absolutely no competition using AI or artificial intelligence. And then secret number 4, Prime Day success. I'm going to teach you guys proven strategies that you're going to need to know for massive Prime Day success. And then secret number 5, free funding. I'm going to reveal to you guys how to get thousands of dollars worth of products without using your own money. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Ace Goldwyn. I just want to introduce myself real quick. I've started selling Amazon over 16 years ago. And because I've been selling online for 16 years, I'm considered to be the most experienced guru out there. When I started jobless. I had no money, and yet even despite those circumstances, I was able to successfully grow a successful Amazon business and been able to run a 7-figure e-commerce business. In fact, in March, I set a new record, rated over $100,000 in profit in just one day. So about my experience as a seller, I started mentoring about 8 years ago. I've now helped over 2,000 sellers start and grow and build an online business. I've created multiple 6-figure Amazon sellers in under 90 days. That's where they're doing over $100,000 in sales. In fact, I've even created multiple 7-figure sellers in under 6 months. I love going around speaking at events and stuff like that. So some of you guys may have seen me speak at Amazon events. I think it's a lot of fun. But the thing I want you guys to understand, I'm nothing special, right? Anybody can do this. You know, when I first started out, I had lost my job. In fact, no one would even hire me. And this is the embarrassing part. I was in a situation where my water got shut off. I was about to get evicted. And I'm like, I got to make money. And so I actually even applied for a janitor job. And I was shocked. They didn't hire me to scrub toilets, something as simple as that. So I went to them. I'm like, hey, why did you not hire me? I feel like I'm more than qualified to be able to scrub a toilet. And I was surprised that they came back to me and said, you know what? We had over 100 people apply for this job, and we only picked about 20 resumes, read through those resumes, and we picked 5 that we wanted to interview. So they said, there's a chance we never even looked at your interview. And that was devastating to me. I'm like, wow, if I can't even get hired on to scrub toilets, how am I going to pay these bills when I'm about to get evicted and my water had got shut off? So I realized I had to come up with a solution. So where there's a will, there's a way. So I thought, okay, I'm going to take a few items from around my house and sell it on eBay. And I was shocked because what happened was in that first day of making that sale, I made my first sale for $70. And this felt like thousands of dollars to me because I was broke. I had no money. And this seemed magical. And so I got excited. So I started listing more products for sale and watching it grow. And, there's that saying, right? Happy wife, happy life. Not only was my wife happy, but I was happy too, right? We were happy because this changed our lives. This was the beginning of a new era. And so I continued listing more on eBay and Amazon and kind of grew it from there. So I went from having no money to having success. And I'm going to explain my strategies of what I did. That way you can repeat this process and do this for yourself. So if I can do this with no money, you guys can do it too. And the reason why I want to share this with people is because it's changed the way that I've been able to live. And I want this to change your life as well. So I just want to real quick before we get started, just show you what's possible with Amazon and how this can change your life. So although this is what I've done myself, I want you to picture this being you. So close your eyes if you need to, just don't fall asleep on me. And I'm going to show you a few ways that this can change your life. So imagine this being you. Number one, it allowed me to live with freedom. It allowed me to choose when I got to work. I could work anywhere in the world as long as I have an internet connection. It's going to allow you to do what you want when you want. No alarm clock, no more long commutes into work, and no boss telling you what you can do and when you can't do it. In fact, actually, when a lot of people, when they're able to quit their job, I used to do this thing where I say, all right, we're going to take a hammer and you're going to break your alarm clock because that's when you are free, that you no longer have to wake up to an alarm and go into work. Well, things have since changed, right? A lot of people use their phone as as their alarm clock. So I don't recommend taking your phone and breaking it the day that you're able to quit your job. But this is what's possible, guys. This is what you guys can accomplish. The other thing it's allowed me to do is live debt-free. I was able to buy my dream home and pay it off. And then also too, I was able to buy a truck and trailer to be able to travel in my RV. And I was able to do this and not have to worry about a payment for a mortgage, not have to worry about a payment for a truck or a trailer. I was able to do this with cash, guys. And you guys can live a debt-free life as well. The third thing is it's helped me to be able to spend more time to do with what I love. In the last 2 years, I've been able to take my family to 45 different states. What's nice too, we've had Starlink where we can have internet connection through the satellites and we could go just anywhere. These are some places that we've been recently, just some pictures of some of our recent visits. It's been a lot of fun. My favorite one is right here in that corner. That's a dolphin. I took my daughter swimming and she got so excited to be able to see a dolphin that went right past her. She was so excited. But, having an Amazon business can allow you to do what you want when you want. It's allowed me to live more luxurious. This is the world's largest houseboat on Lake Powell that I was able to stay at and go boating and spend time there with friends. In fact, my biggest sales day ever was actually while I was out boating. But guys, this is the biggest reason why I love doing this is it allows me to give more. This is what's important. So can I ask you guys a favor? If I help you guys have success, can you guys commit to me that you're willing to give more to people? This right here is a real donation I was able to do. I was able to donate $30,000. And to me, this is exciting because I love to give. I love to help people. And this is where it's changed my life. Donating $30,000, it used to take me a year to make $30,000. But to be able to donate that in just a single day, I feel like this is huge. Now, I'm not saying this to brag or anything like this, but I just want to show you guys what's possible. Now, the purpose of today's training is I want to help you guys accomplish your goals this year in 2024. There is still plenty of time this year to accomplish your goals, especially with Prime Day coming up. So with that being said, I want to share this with you. Success is like a journey. Many dream of destinations, but never simply arrive because they just don't take that first footstep. The one that reaches the most destinations found the traveler with the shortcuts. So guys, I want you to just think about this for a second. If you guys have dreams, if you guys have things you want to accomplish, the first thing you have to be willing to do is take that first footstep. And I'm that traveler. I'm that traveler with those shortcuts that can show you all the shortcuts you need to do to get to your destination. But I can show you all the shortcuts, but if you're not willing to take that first footstep, then you're never going to reach those destinations. Today is the day you've got to change your life. If you want to accomplish your goals, something has to change. So I need you guys to be willing to take action. It's really what I'm saying is that first footstep is taking action as I show you guys these shortcuts. So why is it so important to know how to quickly find local products right now? Well, Prime Day is here. I love this picture. Prime Day. Prime Day is just 3 weeks away. So we got to find a product fast. And the reason why this is so important, guys, this is the biggest sales day on Amazon of the year. And this is not only just the biggest sales day of the year, this is Amazon's 10th anniversary of Prime Day. They're saying Amazon is going to go out as big as possible. They're going to throw out more money in marketing than they ever have before. They're going to do bigger deals than they ever have before. They're going to try to get as many people as they can on their website buying. And with that being said, you got to think about it. With all those people that are going to be coming onto that website buying, this is going to be the biggest Prime Day ever because it's their 10th year anniversary. There's going to be two types of people on Amazon Prime Day. Those that are going to be spending money on Amazon, and then those that are making money on Amazon. So my question is, which one do you guys want to be? The one that's spending all the money on Amazon on Prime Day, or the one making all the money on Amazon? So guys, we got to take action now. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into secret number one. I'm going to get a quick drink real quick. And we're going to dive on in. So secret number one, guys, finding how to find products that are making over $500 a day. And you can do this in less than 30 minutes without having any experience or technical skills. So to find the best products, you need the best tools. And what better tool out there than AMZScout? So I'm going to show you guys how you guys can do this. There we go. All right. So this is what's really cool, guys. AMZScout has this product database tool. And the way this works is they have millions of products that they have put in this database that you can tell it and say, all right, I'm looking for a product that meets this criteria, this criteria, this criteria. It'll take out those millions of products and narrow it down to products that meet those requirements. So I just want to give you guys some examples of how this works. First, you got to choose your categories. So we can come in here and choose like toys and games, home and kitchen, tools, and home improvement. Now, what's cool about choosing this is like, let's say you're like, oh, you know what? I really like health and household, then I can check that. Or if you're like, oh, I really like office products, then I can check that. We can come in here and we can check the boxes of any of these categories that interest you. So for an example, if you sell a lot in home and kitchen, you can just check just that one, or you can check all of them. It's up to you. Then you hit apply. And then we come over here. Keywords, if you're looking for anything specific, you can always put keywords in there. But I like to come over here to more filters. With more filters, I like to check the box new products and trending products. So I want to find stuff that's trending, stuff that's new. This is going to help us have the highest chance of success when we go after those really good products. So we want to find something that has low reviews. So I just put a maximum of 300. For price range, I don't want to sell something that is going to be selling for thousands of dollars. I find that you want it to be something that people don't have to think hard about the purchase, because the more expensive it is, the more people have to think, oh, do I really need this or not? Maybe let me read the reviews. If it's under $80, oftentimes people are like, oh, I want that, buy. So I'm going to put a maximum price of here of $80, but then I don't want something that's priced too low to where I'm not going to make a profit. So I want to see something that's at least going to be $15 in the filters. So estimated sales, I want something that's going to be selling at least 10 units a day on average. So that's about 300 units a day. So I'm going to put a minimum of 300. I don't want to sell something very heavy. So let's actually change this to 2 pounds, nothing more than 2 pounds. And our goal is, if we want to find something that's doing $500 a day, let me just do the math on that real quick. So $500 a day times by, let's say 30 days in a month, that's 15,000. So we want to put a minimum of 15,000. Now I'm just going to bump this up just a little bit. Let's just say 20,000, just to give us a little bit of extra wiggle room there. And then we can put on here ratings. You can put a lot of different things in here, but let's just go ahead and just start with these filters. And we're going to hit find products. So now it's searching out of the millions of products. It's searching to find some good products. So right here, we've got a few different products here, like this one right here, disposable paper plates. That looks interesting. A roll-up drying rack. a cake carrier, tummy time toy. You know what? I'm going to look at this tummy time boy just because knowing that I might be getting another baby in the family in the next 24 hours. So I'm going to go with this one. So right here it says baby mirror tummy time. I can see on here what it's selling. And so what I like to do is we're going to go to Amazon. And when we go to Amazon, we're going to type in, what was it? Tummy time mirror, I think is what it was. So here's the tummy time mirror. We can see all these products. Now, if I'm just looking at this as a glance, I have no idea how well these are doing. So what's really cool is that we can know how well they are doing because AMZScout created this cool tool that takes all these listings and put it in a way that we as sellers would want to know about the product. So here's how it works. I click on the extension, and the extension, this pro extension, is going to start pulling all of those listings, and it's going to put them in order just like they appear on there, but it's going to give us the details that we need to know, right? We need to know with these products, how well is it selling? What is the sales rank? There's a lot of things that we need to know about these products. So what it's going to do is going to pull that information. But what I really like about this, and I apologize right now, my internet, because we're doing the streaming, my internet will sometimes slow down when we do the streaming. But what's really cool, as you can see, it's pulling all this data for us. So I just want to point out to you guys how this works. So right here, it gives us a score for this specific one right here of how well it would be for reselling, how well it would be for private label. We can see the sales rank right here. The lower the number, the better it's selling. The best selling item in toys, for an example, is going to be ranked number 1. Second best selling item, ranked number 2, and so forth. So that lower the number, the better it's selling. So that's why the seller's rank is important. We can even look at the chart on here of how well it's performing. We can see the price. We could see on here what the price has been on average for the last 30 days. We even come over here, and this is my favorite number to look at, guys. And I'm sure this is going to be your favorite number too. What the revenue is. So this one's doing 15,000. This next product's doing 21,000. This one right here, 1,775. This one right here is doing $42,000 a month. The next one there's doing 27,000. So as you can see, these products are doing over $500 a day, except for one. That one might have been just barely launched recently. But we can see a lot of these products are doing extremely well in sales. And then what I want to point out here, though, is what I want to see when I'm looking at the sales. I don't want to see that all the sales are going to the top 3 sellers. Because if all the sales are going primarily to the top 3 sellers, that means if I come and let's say I'm ranking in the 5th spot, I'm not going to be able to get the sales because those 3 sellers are dominating the market. But if I see the sales are kind of spread out among all these different products, that means I could be in 5th place, 6th place, even 10th place and still be making money. So as we look at this, 21,000, 1,000, 42,000, 27,000, 15,000, 12,000, 15,000, 22,000, 39,000, 32,000. I mean, as we look at these, you can see that, I mean, even all the way down here, this person's doing 21,000. Wow, this one right here, $123,000. So if I could appear even just in the 5th spot, I'm going to make money. But just to make sure this isn't seasonal, I can click on the charts here and see, is it trending up? Is it trending down? That way I can make sure it's not a seasonal product. Now, from the numbers here, it's not seasonal. So that's a good sign. But as we look right here at the top, we can see that the average monthly revenue is $26,000. So that means the average seller selling this product is doing $26,000 in sales. So let's do the math on that, guys. I know the goal was to try to find something doing $500 a day, but I'm going to take $26,000 and divide that by 30 days. This product is doing $866 a day. How would that change your life if you had a product that was making you $866 a day or even $26,000 a month, right? Life-changing. And so now what we want to do is figure out, well, how much of that is profit? Well, it shows us right here. On average, that's most likely, it's estimating to be about 54%. So that's pretty good money. So that means that $26,000, divide that in half, that's what your profit's going to be. Pretty good, right? That's some good money to be making every single month. So basically $26,000 a month, figure out the profit. This product is making over $100,000 a year in profit. So really good product. But one of my most favorite things about this tool is I can come here and click on the niche score, and it's going to let me know, is this a good product or not? So it's giving me a score of 6, which says likely to succeed. And then it lets me know, what's the pros and cons to it. It's saying the profit is high, the demand is really great, but it is giving me kind of a heads up, hey, the competition might be a little bit strong, which we can make our listing better than the competitors, which I'll show you that later. How even if there's strong sellers, I can still compete against strong sellers. And I'll show you guys that a little bit later in one of our next steps that we'll be talking about in a moment. But it kind of breaks it down. Why is that? Why are they strong? It lets us know about the reviews. It's kind of giving us a thumbs down on the reviews, letting us know that there's kind of a lot of reviews, and that's one reason why. But as far as like few Amazon sellers, it's giving us a strong thumbs up there. Let us know if it's low quality. I mean, all this great stuff that lets us know whether this is a good item to buy or it's one to avoid. And that's my most favorite thing about this, is seeing this niche score. So generally 6 and higher is good. I really love seeing the products that are like 7s or 8s. Those are even better. But overall, this could be a good potential product that you can sell. And as you can see, it took us less than 30 minutes to find that product. But if I want to keep looking at more products and I want to circle back to this one, I can click this button right here that says add to tracker. And when I click on that button, it's going to add it to my tracker. Now I can come here to the profit calculator and calculate how profitable it's going to be. So I can, if I want to find out what are some good keywords to target, I can click on get keywords, and it's showing me what keywords they are targeting. But what's really cool, guys, is, well, you guys might be wondering, well, that's great, this is a good product, but what about finding a supplier? I can click on this link right here, and it's going to take me to the page where I can, oh, it didn't open up that window, but open it up on a different window. But basically, when I click on this, it's going to take me to Alibaba to find a product. So what I'm going to do, let's see, you guys won't be able to see that right now. On Alibaba, I'm just going to look on here. It's showing that it's selling for about $3.90. So if I come here to product history, or sorry, product calculator, and I put on here, and we can click on any of these listings for an example. Actually, let's do this one right here. We'll do profit calculator, and we're going to say that, because this one was actually $19.99 at the top. So we'll put $19.99. Product cost, it was $3.90. And as you can see on here, it's going to calculate my profit for us. So this one makes $7,500 a month on profit. I can look at some of these other listings, kind of do the same thing there. So pretty cool, guys, how this works. I'm going to show you some of the other cool things, guys. It gets even better. So this is awesome. So if I come here to, I'm going to close out of this. We're going to go back to this tool here. So, and we can keep doing this, going through other products, but I just want to show you guys, I added it to my tracker. So if I click on product tracker, as you can see, here's that item that I added to my tracker. So what's cool about the tracker is that I can look at all these different products and start tracking them. So like for an example, these paper plates right here, doing over $799 a day. This one right here, these jaw exercises, $1,700 a day. This one right here, this baby seat, over $1,000 a day. This one right here, this traveling bag, over $1,800 a day. Just think about that for a second, guys. $1,800 a day. Let me just do the math on that real quick for you. 1,810. Oops, let me start over. 1,810 by 30 days. That's $54,000 a month. Okay, not a year. I know there's a lot of people out there that make, around that in a year. Imagine making that in a month. So let me just times that by 12 months. That's over $500,000 a year, $651,000 a year for that one product. And this is what this tool can do for you. It can help you find these great products, but it gets even better. Because let's say you guys find a product, you're like, oh, that's great. I have this product, but now I got to create a listing for it. The tool will even do that for you as well. So not only does it help you find products, it'll even help you with creating the product listing. So what I can do, guys, is that I can come here to Amazon keyword search, and I can come in here and put in like baby tummy time and click on get keywords. And as you can see, it's showing me, hey, this keyword is doing over 3,600 monthly searches. This keyword is doing 390. So I can see what are the best keywords to go after. So then what I can do is I can come here to AI Listing Builder now that I know some good keywords, and I can click on Create Listing. And what's really cool is that, you know, I can come in here and start creating a title like baby tummy time, and I can start creating this title. But if I come right over here and click on title, it's going to show me what things I'm doing good at. I don't have emojis, so it gave me a green check mark. Don't have promotional phrases, green check mark. So that way you know what you should or should not be doing when you come to create this listing. But it gets even better. This is what's going to blow your guys' mind. I can come here and generate it with, I can come here, put in these keywords and say like tummy time mirror. And so I can add that. Let's add another. Let's see. We're going to come here and we're going to add in, let's do baby mirror. Okay. We'll add that keyword. Let's add in one more phrase. Let's try infant mirror for an example. And so once I add this, now I can click on this generate listing with AI. And this is where the magic happens. Also, as you can see right there, it created a title. It created bullet points for me. And it even created a description for me. And what's cool is that you can come on here on the left-hand side and see, does it meet Amazon's requirements? All these things that have a green checkbox means it meets their requirements. And then what we could do is we could save this listing. So mind-blowing, guys. You guys were just able to witness where we were able to find a product, find the best keywords, create the listing, and then even find a supplier for it. Actually, let me show you this real quick, the supplier thing that I was going to show you because it opened up underneath a new tab. But as you can see, we're able to find a supplier for this and see the different prices that they're selling for. It's a really cool tool that you guys can use to even help you with finding a supplier as well. So that it's just so magical how it can do all that for you. Find the products for you, find the best keywords, find the supplier, and then create that listing for you. So pretty cool stuff that we can do here. But what I want to do now is go into secret number 2, sourcing, right? Now we know how to find the product, but let's talk about how you can find a supplier locally that you can buy the products right away. So let's talk about that. Someone even says, I want it. Awesome, guys. So let's go ahead and dive on into that. So here's the problem a lot of sellers are running into. They're buying from overseas. And have you ever heard that saying, like the slow boat to China? There's a reason why they have that saying, right? Because that's what happens. When you buy stuff from these overseas suppliers, they always send it the most cheapest way possible, which is on a boat. And I'm sure you've seen the news. So many of these ports are still dealing with delays and issues, and we don't want to deal with that. So I got the perfect solution. Rather than waiting months for it to arrive, we want to buy local because then we can buy it today. We don't have to wait for it to arrive on a boat. So let me give you guys a few reasons why you shouldn't buy from overseas suppliers. I know that there's all these gurus out there that are like, hey, everyone, buy from China, buy from Asia, buy overseas. That's what a lot of people tell you. But I'm here to tell you not to buy overseas. And here's why. Number 1, slow shipping times. This is what is called an opportunity cost. Because let's say you put X amount of dollars into a product and it takes 3 months for it to arrive, gets checked in. If you would have put that money into a local product, how much money would you have made during that same time period if you kept buying it, selling it, buying it, and selling it, buying it, selling it? Yeah, you might have, saved some money on that purchase, but in the long run, you actually lost money because you could have been making money the entire time while it was taking to arrive on the boat. So that's called an opportunity lost cost. Then there's also, it gets expensive, right? You got shipping fees, tariffs, taxes, all these different fees you have to deal with when you buy from overseas suppliers. Then it gets complex, right? There's freight forwarding. Oh man, I just want to just like rip my hair out just saying that word. If any of you have ever dealt with freight forwarding, it is awful. It gets so complex. There's all these forms you have to fill out. Plus you guys got import laws. It's awful. Communications too. I'm sure you guys have experienced this where you go to communicate with someone like overseas, and let's say, it's someone in China or Asia or wherever. And like when you're communicating with them, they're asleep. And then when you go to sleep, they're messaging you back. And then you see their message, you go to message back to them, but now they're asleep. And so it's like, it takes forever just to get one simple question answered. And then the communication is that language barrier where you say something and they misunderstood. And then you have to wait all the way till the next day to get clarification because of the hours. I mean, the communication is just awful. But then also like major delays, right? Stuff gets stuck on ships. This was so sad. So last year I went to Amazon Accelerate. Is a big event that Amazon threw on for sellers. Amazon, you pay like $600, and Amazon takes you to the Space Needle. They do all these trainings and stuff. And I was talking to a seller there that his inventory was stuck on ship. This is in September. October being the next month. He sells costumes for Halloween's. And he said his inventory was stuck on the ship. He said that he does over $1 million a year in sales selling costumes. And he was worried that he wasn't going to be able to do it this year because his inventory was stuck on a ship. Guys, this could make you miss completely out on a season. So major delays there, plus holidays, right? When over in like Europe, US, and so many of these different countries out there, when we have a holiday, we celebrate it for one day and then we're done. It was fun, it's great, but let's move on. Over in Asia, they shut down for weeks. In fact, the Chinese New Year, sometimes some of these factories will be shut down for over a month, which causes delays. But let me give you guys real quick some examples of products buying from China. Now, these are real products that people bought from China, and things where Amazon sellers have said something to the seller, and then look at what they get instead. So for an example, this seller said to the supplier, "Can I buy iPhone cases?" This is what they sent. Does that look like an iPhone case to you guys? No, this is what they sent. So then another Amazon seller goes to the supplier. "I did a Google search, and on that Google search, it said toilet paper is popular. Can I order toilet paper?" This is what they sent, guys. Rolls of Google. Man, I'm almost rolling on the ground laughing just seeing this. Rolls of Google, guys. That's what they sent. I'm not making this stuff up. This is what they said. And man, this would have been really great to sell during the pandemic, I got to tell you. And then we got this one. They said, "I want to create a toothpaste better than Crest toothpaste." So what did they send? Crust toothpaste. Can you guys imagine that? Like, who's going to want to buy toothpaste and be like, I want to get more crust in my mouth? No, like, guys, this is really what is happening. I mean, the communication barrier, guys, crust toothpaste, it gets the crusties out. And then we got this one. Oh man. I'm nervous to say this in front of, this one gets, okay. It says, the Amazon seller said to the supplier, "I want an effective mop to clean up better after my children's messes." Oh man, guys. This is what they sent. Stupid child. Efficiency mop. Stupid child, high efficiency. Wow. Can you imagine if someone gave that to their mom for Mother's Day or their wife for Mother's Day? Oh man, like that would be awful. But the guys, these are real life products. And so the point of the story, guys, don't buy from China, buy from local suppliers. And here's the big benefits of buying from suppliers, right? It's cheaper. No shipping, no tariffs, no taxes, better cash flow, right? Your money's not tied up on those ships for months. Instant business, right? You can go to that supplier and pick it up today. Pick it up same day. So it's an instant business. Easy communication, right? You're working on the same hours. Plus, you guys understand each other because it's their native language. But then also, too, it's safer, right? You don't have to worry about trade wars, turmoils, weather, viruses, and things like that. And then also, too, no fraud, right? When you're talking to someone face-to-face, you know where to find them. Like, I'm going to hunt you down. I'm going to find you. Like, you know, you're talking to that person face-to-face, so you don't have to worry about fraud versus you send your money overseas to some country that you don't even know about. Like, yeah, you can run into fraud there. But also, too, here's what's important to me, and this is what I love the most. As you guys know, I love to help people. It's my most favorite thing to do. When you pay a local supplier, what happens is that money goes to that supplier. That supplier then pays their local employees. So that local employee gets their paycheck, and you know what they do is they take that money and they go out to a restaurant. And then when they go to that restaurant, that money goes to the waitress. And that waitress goes there and takes that money and pays her mortgage and then or rent. And so the landlord takes that rent money and then uses it for their kids to be in local ballet lessons. And then that ballet teacher takes that money and spends it at a local shop. And basically what happens, guys, that money stays local, which helps your local community. This allows you to help your local community and grow your economy stronger. When you take that money and you send it off overseas, say goodbye to that money. It's not coming back. Once you send it overseas, chances of coming back are slim. But when it stays local, it's going to help your local community and create more jobs. And so I'm all about helping people. And I think this is the one great way of helping your local community. But also, too, guys, you're going to get it fast. It's not stuck on those ships for a long time. So you guys are probably wondering, well, how do I find these local suppliers? So here's how to find these local suppliers, right? In the US, as well as many other countries as well, has this. They have something that's called a local chamber of commerce. Now, some countries call it a little bit different, but with these local chamber of commerces, what their goal is they want to take local businesses and connect them with other local businesses. Why? To grow the local economy. And so what you could do is you could go to these chamber of commerce and say, hey, I'm an online retailer. I need some products to sell. I'm looking for some local companies. Can you connect me with a few local companies that have products that I can take and sell on Amazon? And what they can do is they can get you connected. And so that's a really great way. Then you go to your city. When people register a business in a city, they have to register with the city as to what their business is doing. So you go to your city and say, can I get a business list of wholesalers, distributors, suppliers, any business, or even manufacturers, anyone that has a product that I could possibly sell, and your city can give you a list. Now, some cities might charge you. I've seen some cities that do this for free. I've seen some cities that charge like $10, $15 to do this. But you can go to your local city and get a business list. Then you have industrial zones. And industrial zones, I think this is fun. It's a great way to find suppliers. What I'll do is I'll find like an area that has like a bunch of these warehouses, and I'll kind of drive around. I'll look at the names of the business and say, ABC Wholesale. I'm going to go check that out. So I pull up, go in there and say, hey, I see you guys are a wholesaler. Do you guys work with local people that I could buy your products and start that conversation with them? And if for some reason they say no, then I say, well, who in here do you know in this complex I can talk to? And they might say, oh, go talk to Joe over there. And what's great too is I can go over there and talk to that person and say, hey, Joe, this company over here spoke highly of you. I'm an online retailer. I'm looking for products to sell. I just want to talk to you about selling your products. And so industrial zones is a great way to find some of these hidden gems, these suppliers that not a lot of people know about. But I have to caution you on, right? I can drive around warehouses in my area. It's safe. But if you live somewhere like Chicago or LA, probably not going to be a safe idea to go driving around these industrial zones, right? You might start seeing like bullets flying around and kind of dodging and hiding, and don't want you to run in that. So only go to industrial zones if you live in a safe area, if it's safe to do so. But if you live in a safe area, that's a great way. Go to these suppliers, talk to them face to face. And then you got networking events. I love networking events. Usually, with networking events, basically what you do is you show up there and you go start talking to all these other business owners. Now, business owners, they love helping out other business owners. So if you go to someone and let's say you're like, hey, tell me more about what your business is, right? And because business owners love talking about their business. They'll be like, oh, I'm an investor. I'm here to try to find, companies to invest in. They can say, that's great. I'm glad you're an investor. Do you know of any companies that either you've invested in or companies you've talked to that have products that I could buy and sell? And these people that attend these events are very well connected because they usually attend a lot of networking events and they know a lot of business owners. So they're going to say, oh, talk to this company, and this company. So that's a great way. And then keep talking around. Let's say you run into an insurance agent. Oh, you insure businesses? Great. You probably talk to lots of businesses. Who are some businesses that have products I can sell? Networking events are great because even if you don't run into a supplier, you can run into someone who can tell you about some suppliers that they know of. Networking events are huge. They're great. I love going to trade shows. There's lots of great trade shows. One trade show I love going to every year, it's called ASD. It's in Las Vegas. Lots of wholesale companies that attend there. But there's trade shows that happen all over that you can attend and visit. Google Maps. You can go to Google Maps, type in words like wholesale, supplier, distributor, find some suppliers that way. And then even Google, do a Google search for suppliers. Google Maps is nice. You can find more local. Google, what you can do is you can do maybe more of a broader search for like county level, state level. So for an example, type in wholesale Utah supplier or something like that, or whatever state or area you live in. Then you could also use local directories. There's lots of different local directories that you can use to find suppliers, and you can find some of those directories on Google. But remember, if you guys stay to the end, I'm going to give you guys a list of products that you guys can use. So let me show you how you guys can use AI to do this. You can use ChatGPT. You go to ChatGPT and type in there contact info for Chamber of Commerce, because we talked about Chamber of Commerce. And here, as you can see right here, you type in contact info for Chamber of Commerce in Seattle. Right here, it gives us the contact information for Seattle. It gives us the phone number and the website address. You can ask it to, what are some networking events that take place in Seattle? As you can see, it gives us some different networking events that we can attend and go meet other businesses. We can ask ChatGPT, let's say you're looking for toys. You can say, what are some toy trade shows in the USA? As you can see on here, it gave us a bunch of lists of different trade shows that we can attend in the US along with their websites. We can ask ChatGPT, is there any custom manufacturers in the US if we wanted to work with a custom manufacturer to make us a product? We can ask ChatGPT, what are some toy distributors in the USA? As you can see right here, it gives us a bunch of toy distributors in the US. Now, again, if you're selling in Canada, you can say, what are toy distributors in Canada? If you're selling in the UK, what are toy distributors in the UK? So you can apply this just about anywhere. But guys, we can ask ChatGPT, just don't ask your cat about your cat suppliers, right? I find this funny. I'm not going to ask you again. Who's your catnip supplier? So guys, ask ChatGPT, just don't ask CatGPT. So let's dive into secret number 3. Tell me in the chat, who of you guys are ready to learn about secret number 3? No competition, the secret to selling products with absolutely no competition. So let's talk about this. So secret number 3, how to sell products with no competition, making the buy box yours 100% of the time. And customers needing to buy from you and you only. Now, what's cool about this, guys, is there's actually 3 different ways you can do this. And I'm going to teach you guys all 3 different methods. So let's talk about the first one. So the buy box, guys, for those of you who might not know what the buy box is, that's that little box. And then there's a button there that you click on, the orange button that says buy now. That's the buy box. But here's what happens, right? Only one seller can have that buy box at a time. So how do you get the buy box? Well, usually the person that has the lowest price is going to get it. So what happens is that when you get lots of sellers, all these sellers start dropping their price, which then causes the price of the item to drop. That's one of the big problems with this. So where this happens is that when one person starts dropping the price, then it means that as there becomes more sellers, you get the buy box less. But then also too, it drives the profit down. And if there's more sellers, that means you get less sales. So not only does the profit go down, but then you get less sales. It's a bad scenario when you have lots of sellers selling the same product. So how do you get control of the buy box and get this? So the first method I want to talk about is 100% exclusiveness. This means that you're the only one that can sell on that listing. So here's the best 3 strategies to do that. So strategy number 1, first you got to go find a local company, right? So we've talked about how to find local companies already: Chamber of Commerce, business lists, industrial zones, networking events, Google Maps. You can even go on Facebook groups. You can go on local classifieds. You can post on those. another way to find these. But first, you got to find a local company. When you find this local company, what you want to do is then step number 2 is ask them, are you selling your products on Amazon? And, if they say like, oh no, then what you want to do then is explain step number 3. Hey, you got this really cool product, but when I'm looking at this product here, do you realize that, do you realize that ABC competitor is selling this same product? And then what you want to do, this is why you need the AMZScout tool, is with the AMZScout tool, what you're going to do is say on there is you're going to run the numbers and see, oh, this product is doing $30,000 a month on Amazon. So you say, hey, your competitor is selling this product and they're doing $30,000 a month on Amazon. Now their mind's going to be blown like, boom, whoa, really? But also too, what happens when you talk about the competitors, their blood gets blown like, oh no, my competitor's making all that money on Amazon. You're like, yeah, all these people are buying it from your competitors, but you're not on Amazon, so they're not buying it from you. Do you want your competitor to keep making all that money, or do you want to start making the money? And they're going to realize, oh, wow, this is a great opportunity. So then what you tell them is say, look, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to sell you your product for you. And I'm going to do all the work. I'm going to create the listing. I'm going to market it. I'm going to market it on Amazon. I'm going to get it going. I'm going to make you money. But here's the thing, though. In order for me to do all this work for you, I'm going to do it for you for free. But if I'm going to do it for free, then all I ask from you is I want exclusive rights to be the only person that can sell your brand on Amazon. And, say, because otherwise, if you want to pay me to do it, I'm going to charge you a lot of money to do it, but I'll do it to you for free as long as I have that exclusive rights. And then here's where it gets even better. Because they're like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. That makes sense to them, right? Because that's, someone's going to do all this work. Yes, I want that. Well, here's where it gets even better, guys. Here's where it gets cool. You can say, well, I want this to be a partnership. And so if I'm going to be doing all this work, all I ask is, since it's a partnership, you provide the products up front. I'll do all the hard work of selling it. And then when it sells, we can split the profits. This is called consignment. Consignment is where the supplier provides you with the product and you don't have to pay them until it sells. So here's what's cool, guys. This means you get their products without paying a penny. So not only you get it exclusive, but you get all the products up front for free. Doesn't cost you anything. This is awesome, guys. It works really well because you want to talk to them like, hey, it's a partnership. Since it's a partnership, you provide the products, I provide the labor, I'll do all the work, I'll sell, I'll be shipping it, I'll be doing this. And they're like, whoa, that's a lot of work. Yes, we want to do that. So that's the first strategy. The second strategy, guys, is what's called rebranding. So the way rebranding works is we can find a generic product like this, right, that doesn't have any branding on it. What we can do is take this product and we can print off a sticker with a logo on it, slap it on the box, and just like that, it now becomes our own product. There's all kinds of generic products out there that you can find that you can just print off using your computer from home, guys, or your printer from home. As you can see here, we got these Avery printing labels. You can print those off, stickers, and then slap it on the product. Just like that becomes your own product. Do you guys catch that? How cool is that? You can get products exclusive in an existing brand, or you can even create your own brand. Another thing is called private label. So with private label, the way that this works is that there's a lot of these private label companies. They'll take generic products that they have, and they'll put a label on there for you. They'll put their own brand, or they'll put your own brand on there for you. That's called private labeling. Here is, for an example, here is a product right here that was private labeled. And this also, too, is a private label product. These are some generic products that you guys can get and just put your own brand on there. So it's pretty cool, guys, how this works. But let me give you an example. I had a friend that came to me and he says, hey, Ace, I'm struggling, buddy. Here's what's happening. I started selling this product. As you guys can see on here, there is over 100 sellers. He said, I started selling this product, and then all these sellers started coming on, and it went from $30, and then it started just dropping. He said, now I'm only making $1.10 profit, And it's hard for me to even make a sale because there's so many sellers on there. And so I said, hey, you know what, this product, let's do this. Let's take that product. We're going to slap a sticker on there and we're going to make it your own brand. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So we took the same product, put a sticker on there and started selling it. Here's the result. As you can see, he was able to sell it close to $30. Again, he was selling it for $28.99. Now he had no competition because it was his listing. He was the only seller can sell because it's his brand. And now he's making $17.38 profit and now no competition. So he went from $1.10 profit, 105 sellers, to no competition, to making $17.38 profit by doing that one little trick. So where can you buy these products instantly? Well, you'd be surprised. Like this product right here, dollar store. You can get this at the dollar store. There's all kinds of generic products at the dollar store that have no branding on it that you can get it. Like for an example, last year for back to school, I went to the dollar store and I bought tons of these pencil holders, slapped a sticker on them, and boom, just started selling them like crazy. And I got it from the dollar store. A popular dollar store in the US is called Dollar Tree. I actually went to dollartree.com and bought these by the cases. You can order dollar products by the cases from the dollar store. What's crazy is when you buy some of these products from Dollar Tree, it's cheaper to get it from Dollar Tree than it is from China because Dollar Tree buys in such big bulk and they ship it over to us. Dollar Tree is awesome. Promotional stores, right? So like Vistaprint. Vistaprint has like golf balls and even masks and sunglasses and all kinds of things that you can put your own logo on there. They have all kinds of products. So this is rebranding. So pretty cool thing that you guys can do. Then you guys can go to local businesses, right? How we previously talked about. Go to these local businesses, get these exclusive deals. Like, wouldn't that be cool, guys? If you went to a local business, one, you're helping that local business. But imagine getting exclusive rights. You go to them and they're giving you the product so it doesn't cost you anything up front. And now you have this product that you can turn around and sell, and it's 100% exclusive. Then you can use these USA directories for finding private label companies. But again, if you guys stay to the end, I'm going to give you guys that supplier list. So hang tight. We're going to get you guys that supplier list. So this is pretty cool, guys. Are you guys catching this? Isn't this awesome so far? So you guys might be wondering, well, that's great, but there's going to be some competition. I create this listing, but how do I make my listing stand apart from the competition? I'm going to share with you guys how you guys can do that. So the way you guys can do that is, let's just take something just boring, right? This wooden pickleball paddle, right? Not kind of boring, nothing too exciting about it. Here's the power of AI and how we can make it stand apart from the competition. So I'm going to use this pickleball as an example. So we take this pickleball, and actually, let me show you guys an example real quick here. See this bottle right here? What we did with this is we added on this clip as a bottle opener. Cost less than 10 cents to do it. And then on top of that, what we did is then we made a carrying case for this. Cost 80 cents. For less than $1, we were able to get a carrying case for this, and it cost us less than $1 to do it. And we made it stand apart from the competition. And we were able to charge more money because it came with more features than the others. So let's take this wooden ball, this wooden pickleball. So what I can do is I go to ChatGPT and say, what should I bundle with this pickleball paddle? And then ChatGPT is going to say as well, multiple paddles for multiple players, multiple balls, and multiple carry case, right? So now we know, all right, this is how we can bundle it. ChatGPT tells us multiple paddles for players, balls, and carrying case. So now we went from, on the left side, just one wooden pickleball, to now a carrying case, a ball, and two pickleballs, paddles. So then we can, step number 2, we can ask ChatGPT about improving it. Is, well, how do I improve this product? What we do is we go to Amazon and you copy all the negative reviews, paste it into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will analyze all those and it'll let you know what to do to improve it. So it's going to say many customers complained of wood splinters, difficulty gripping the handle. Improving the handle would be recommended. So what we can do is we went from this wooden paddle to now we can add a little like grip on the handle. So then we can go to ChatGPT and say, well, what are the desired colors? What colors are best for pickleball? And then ChatGPT tells us popular paddle colors include black, green, and gray. So we can do that. So we went from that boring old looking wooden paddle to now this on the right of the green pickleball paddles. So basically we started with this boring wooden pickleball and we ended up with this, guys, a carrying case for balls, 2 paddles, and 2 paddles that are colorful with a nice grip. That is what ChatGPT can do for you when you utilize it to find out how you can improve it and make it stand apart from the competition. So let's talk about secret number 4. Great, guys. So let's dive on in. So Amazon Prime Day, guys. So the first thing is pricing, right? This is the biggest mistake out of anything I see people do is pricing. People think, oh, it's Prime Day. What I need to do is I'm going to take this product and I'm going to drop that price. No, don't do that. Do not. Bad idea. And here's why, guys. Businesses use something that's called a loss leader. What a loss leader is, this is where a company will take a product and they might take something like a Stanley mug that normally sells for, let's say, $40, and they're going to drop the price of that from $40 down to $20. Now, they might be losing money on it. They might be breaking even, but the reason why they're doing that is they're going to advertise this. Hey, get this for $20. And what's going to happen is people are going to come in and they're going to buy this. They're going to say, you know what? I am going to buy this. And then when they're there on there, they're going to say, you know what? You know what I need? I need some ice cube trays to go with that. Oh, you know what I need? I want to take this out in the outdoors. I need to buy like a big umbrella out there for the sun, or, you know, I need some camping chairs. This $20 thing now makes the company a lot of money because they start buying other things with it, right? That's why when you go to buy something on Amazon, notice how it says like, hey, customers also bought this. It makes those suggestions. So let Amazon drop the prices, but don't drop your prices, because what's going to happen is those people are going to come to Amazon and they're going to be buying lots of other stuff while they're there shopping. So let Amazon do the loss leaders. Keep your price where you normally would have it. Now, the second thing is run pay-per-click ads, right? If you're launching a brand new product that is brand new, run some ads on Amazon, because there's going to be so many people there buying. It's one of the best days to advertise on Amazon, running Amazon ads. So this will get more people there to buy it. And the third thing is make sure you guys send an inventory. That is a mistake a lot of people do, is they're like, oh, maybe I'll just only send a couple of these in. No, send a lot in. You got to make a lot of sales. Send in lots of inventory beforehand. And then, and when I'm talking about sending inventory, I'm talking about sending the inventory into the Amazon warehouse, because what's cool is when someone buys it, Amazon ships it out straight to the customer. You don't have to ship to customers. Amazon will ship it to the customers for you, as long as you send this first into Amazon's warehouse. Once it's Amazon's warehouse, the customer buys, whoop, off it goes to the customer, and then they're going to sell it. So, and then the fourth thing, guys, do not do lightning deals. I can't stress that enough. People are like, oh, I'm going to, do a lightning deal. I'm going to sell a lot of these. No, don't do it. Keep all your profits. Again, people are coming there to buy on Amazon these sales while they're shopping around. They're going to buy other products, because maybe you're selling Blu-ray DVDs. Okay. Amazon has a big sale on TVs and Blu-ray players. They buy those. Guess what? While they're shopping there, oh, I need to get some Blu-ray DVDs to go with this. So make sure you guys understand that. Do not drop your prices, because people are there shopping. Let them buy your products at normal price. So let's talk about secret number 5, free funding. The secret to getting thousands of dollars worth of products without using your own money. Well, I know I talked briefly earlier about the consignment, right? I've got a few other cool tricks up my sleeve that I'm going to share with you to how you guys can get funding to where you can get thousands of dollars of products without using your own money. And it's pretty cool how this is going to work, guys. As I talked about earlier, consignment. This is where you go to the supplier and you work out a deal with them where they provide the products. And what most people don't realize is this is extremely common when it comes to grocery stores. If you guys ever notice when you go to the grocery store early in the morning, notice how you see like these companies that, like, let's say for an example, I'll use Walmart for an example. You walk into Walmart, notice how you don't see Walmart employees stocking the bread. Notice how you don't see Walmart employees stocking the chips. How oftentimes there are other companies. That's because it's being sold as consignment. These people represent these other companies and they put the products on the shelves. And then when a customer buys it, Walmart then pays them for the products. So Walmart's not actually buying these products up front. They're being sold on consignment. A lot of grocery stores do this. And so next time you have to go to the grocery store, go in the morning and see this. You'll see that there's someone from Lay's stocking the chips, someone else from Grandma Cookies doing the cookies. Like, that's how it works, consignment. This is very common. So to ask this of a supplier to say, hey, can you provide me the products when someone buys it, I pay you, do a consignment. This is pretty common in the retail industry. But a lot of people don't know this, so they don't ask for it. So make sure you ask for it. So as you guys know, I start with no money, and I'm sure you guys probably want to wait. So how exactly did this guy go from making with no money, being broke, to building a successful business? Here's how I did it. Here's the secret. And I wish I could take credit for this and say, hey, this was my idea, but it wasn't. What happened is I went to a millionaire, and I was kind of hoping that he was just going to give me a bunch of money. And so I went to him and said, hey, I need help. I'm doing this business. I'm selling on eBay and Amazon, and I'm selling some products and I'm making money, but I'm at this point now where I really need to grow this business, and I'm going to need some money to do it. And so I'm thinking like, all right, he's going to pull out his checkbook and start writing me out checks and, just start giving me all this money. That's what I was thinking was going to happen. But no, that's not what happened. He told me this secret, and this has changed my life. And I want to share this with you guys. This is what he told me. He said, look up at those buildings over there. So I'm looking at them like, yeah, those are some buildings. Yeah, they're kind of tall. Like, what are you getting at? He says, do you think that those people that own the buildings actually had the money to buy that building? And like, no, that's pretty expensive. He said, exactly. He said the way they're able to acquire that building is that they went to investors to get investment money, or they went to the banks and used the bank's money. He says it can be hard raising money from investors. So the easiest way is to use the bank's money. So they went to the bank, asked the bank for money, got a loan, and they're able to do that, get that building. Now what they do is now they have a payment for that building, and all these people that are renting that building from them, all these businesses in there are paying them rent. They take that rent money and they pay it towards their payment, and whatever's left over, they keep for themselves. So they're using the bank's money. He says, this is called OPM. When he said OPM, I'm like, oh, what? OPM, other people's money. So that's the greatest secret to how a lot of self-made millionaires and billionaires would do it. He said, none of these people that are successful ever start their own money. He said, name anyone. I'm like, Mark Zuckerberg. He's like, yeah, Mark Zuckerberg. You look at Mark Zuckerberg, he was able to build a successful business because he went and was able to get all this money coming in from venture capitalists to grow it. And that's how they did it. He used other people's money. He's like, say someone else. I'm like, Steve Jobs from Apple. He said, Apple, same thing there. It's like they started in a garage, basically. And he said that they used other people's money. So all these wealthy people, he says, you can name them, they never just fell into a pile of cash. They use other people's money. So he goes on to explain, he's like, but there's a good way and a bad way of using other people's money. The bad way is that he said that, and he said that the tool that everyone has is credit cards. He is pointing out to me that when it comes to credit cards, that, so see right here, here's a good example, right? Ace Goldwyn on this card. When it comes to credit cards, is that poor people use it the wrong way. They take that credit card, they use the bank's money to go buy things that don't make them money, like TVs, clothes, etc. What happens, this creates debt, right? So when you take your credit card, swipe it to buy a TV and clothes and stuff that's not going to make you money, it creates debt. But rich people, successful people, what they do is they take the credit card and they go buy stuff that's going to generate them more money. This is what creates wealth. So they'll go out and buy, like for an example, let's say someone takes their credit card and they go buy themselves a pressure washer, and they start a pressure washing business, pressure washing things. Or maybe they go out and they buy some spray paint and they go out and spray paint, those house numbers on curbs. What they're doing is they're using their credit card. They're using the bank's money to make them richer. He said, a good example is, and this is a good picture right here to go along with it. He said, farmers, right? The farmers, they have to buy the seeds, they have to buy the land, they have to buy all this stuff up from the equipment. But what happens? They plant those seeds, and then those crops grow. They sell those crops, and they pay the bank back, and everything left is their own money. This is how rich keep getting richer. You know, they use the bank's money to become rich. So let me put this in an example, guys, of how this works. This is something that's called the compounding effect. And this is what changed, again, how I went from very little to becoming very successful using the compounding effect. So let's say, for an example, I go out and buy about $5,000 worth of products. And let's say I double my money, right? Because that one product we saw, we could double our money. That one product I was showing you earlier. So we double our money. We take $5,000, we sell it, we make $10,000. But what we do is we pay the bank back their $5,000. So we use our credit card to buy $5,000 worth of inventory. Now, I want you guys to keep this in mind. With most credit cards, not all credit cards, but most credit cards, if you use the credit card and you pay it off within 30 days, you pay interest free. So basically, if we bought this product locally, so that way we get it today, we buy it locally, get it today, send it to Amazon, and we sell it within a month, we get $5,000 for free. You don't pay any interest. So we take $5,000, buy the product. Now we have $5,000 left over after we pay that. So basically buy $5,000 worth of products, make $10,000 worth of sales, pay the credit card off. Now we have $5,000. So we take that $5,000 that we have, and now we go buy $10,000 worth of product, or $5,000 worth of product, which turns into $10,000. Then we take that $10,000, reinvest it, go buy $10,000 worth of products, it turns into $20,000. Then we take the $20,000, reinvest it again, and go buy $20,000 worth of product, which turns into $40,000. Then we take $40,000, we turn it 160, we turn it into 320, we turn it into 640, we turn it into $1.2 million. See how that works? If we did this where we kept selling it, in just a few weeks, and then sold again in a few weeks, sold again in a few weeks, as you guys can see how that compounding effect works, now we can turn it into $1.2 million. This is what changed my life, and this is what can change your guys' life. So I want you guys to think for a second. This is a real screenshot. I was so excited when I was able to see these numbers, guys. But how would this change your life? If you took $5,000 off of a credit card and used the compounding effect using the bank's free money, because we're going to pay it off within 30 days, use free money from the bank to turn it into $1.2 million, how would this change your life? But you're going to need a product. So to find a product, guys, you need that pro extension I showed you where you can take an insight, look at trends, and evaluate competition and see the cost, and evaluate a product. And then also check the score to see, is it good to buy? Is it not good to buy? And evaluate it. That's what the Pro Extension is going to do for you, show you what are the best products to buy. And with the Pro Extension too, you can just click on that button and it's going to show you suppliers that you can even buy it from. And then also too, you can choose by country. So you can choose, if you're looking for products in the United States, you choose the United States. If you're looking for products in Canada, choose Canada. You can choose stuff within your country. So that's something to keep in mind there. And then you guys are going to need all the different extension tools, right? The monthly sales estimates, the profit calculator, the BSR history, the listing analytics, all these things. You guys need this, and you're going to get that with the Pro Extension. But even better, guys, what's even awesome is the database, right? Where it has over 600 million products that you can just put in. Hey, I'm looking for something that does $100,000 a month. I'm looking for something that has under 300 reviews. I'm looking for something in this category. Put in whatever category you want, and boom, just like that, as you saw, instantly shows us lots of products that meet those requirements. So any type of product you're looking for, it can find it for you, and it is awesome. But then also you can reverse engineer your competitors and see what keywords the top sellers are using. So there's no point of reinventing the wheel. We can go after our competitors, see what are the best keywords to go after, and we can do that. As well as when we run ads, we can know what are the best keywords to run for our ads. And then we got the AI builder, right? You guys saw that tool. Wasn't that cool where you just like type in just a few keywords and boom, now just like that, it just creates that listing for us. So it'll create a unique listing for you. And it is awesome.